In the quiet hills of Wales in 1904, something divine stirred beneath the surface of ordinary life. What began as whispers of prayer in small chapels soon erupted into a spiritual wildfire. The Welsh revival was no ordinary religious gathering, it was a move of God. Hardened miners wept openly. Families reunited. Taverns emptied as churches overflowed. The Spirit of God fell so powerfully that even the most stubborn hearts were softened. Among those changed forever by this outpouring was a man who could not shake the weight of eternity. While others returned to their jobs and families, he felt drawn by a deeper call. Revival had lit a fire in him, one that could not be satisfied by staying home. Though the details of his name may have faded with time, his legacy was only beginning. He heard the whisper of the Great Commission and obeyed it fully. His path would take him far beyond Wales, across oceans, to a land both dangerous and unfamiliar, the mountainous regions of northeast India. The place he ventured was no quiet mission field. These were tribal lands, remote, wild, and feared by many. The villages were known for their violent customs, including headhunting. Locals warned him not to go. "They are savage," they said. "They kill strangers." But the man could not turn back. He believed that even the most feared people deserved to know the mercy of Jesus. When he reached the village, he did not bring colonial pride or a conquering spirit. He brought humility, a Bible, and the burning hope that Christ could save anyone, even here. In time, one man from the tribe listened. A husband, a father, a warrior, and in the message of the gospel, he found peace for the first time. He and his household believed. The old man was gone. A new life had begun. But light never enters darkness without a fight. The transformation in the man's life did not go unnoticed. In a tribe shaped by power, vengeance, and tradition, a quiet joy now marked his home. He no longer spoke of honor through bloodshed, but of forgiveness through Christ. He and his family began to share the message that had changed everything for them, that there was a God who loved even them, that mercy was greater than fear, and that eternal life had been purchased at the cross. But what brought freedom to one man became a threat to the chief. The gospel was not just a new belief, it was a challenge to the tribe's very identity. The chief, burning with fury and pride, ordered that the man and his family be seized. They were dragged into the center of the village, where the entire tribe gathered. Spears surrounded them. The air was heavy with silence. "Stop following Jesus," the chief demanded. The man did not flinch. He looked forward and answered calmly, "I have decided to follow Jesus. I am not turning back." The words echoed through the open air like a war cry, not of rebellion, but of devotion. The chief's face twisted in rage. With a shout, he gave the order, and archers stepped forward. Before the father's eyes, his two young sons were struck down by arrows, silent, brutal, final. "Stop following Jesus," the chief repeated, now trembling with rage. The father's voice wavered, but his eyes held firm. "Though none go with me, I still will follow. No turning back." Cries rose from the crowd. Some turned away. Others stared in disbelief. But the chief was not finished. With a motion of his hand, the archers turned again. His wife, standing beside him in faith, was pierced by their arrows. She fell beside her children, a quiet martyr, clothed in dignity. The chief leaned in closer, blood on his hands, and hissed, "Now, will you stop following this Jesus?" The man, broken and emptied of everything but faith, lifted his eyes. His voice, faint but clear, cut through the crowd one last time. "The cross before me, the world behind me. No turning back." And then the final order was given. The archers drew their bows one last time. His body fell, but his testimony did not. His blood joined the earth. His voice joined eternity. But his witness, it had only just begun. In the stillness that followed his death, something strange began to stir in the hearts of those who watched. The ground beneath the village had been soaked with blood, but it was not defeat they witnessed. It was a strength they had never seen before. The man had lost everything, yet he never broke. His words, his eyes, his courage, they haunted the silence. Even the chief could not escape them. That night, the village was restless. Whispers passed from hut to hut. Men who once mocked the gospel now found themselves asking questions they could not ignore. Women wept, not in fear, but in conviction. And in the heart of the one who had given every order, the chief himself, a storm was rising. He had silenced a voice, but he could not silence the truth. The next day, he stood before his tribe and confessed what none expected to hear. "I, too, have decided to follow Jesus. One by one, others followed. The gospel spread through the village, not in secret but in the open. The very place of execution became the birthplace of a revival. What the chief had tried to crush had only multiplied. The martyr's words became the people's song, simple, unshaken, eternal. No turning back, no turning back. Though none go with me, still I will follow. The cross before me, the world behind me. No turning back. That song did not stay in the village. Missionaries carried it, believers sang it, and the world heard it. From persecuted churches to city cathedrals, the words born from one man's sacrifice echoed through generations. And today, when you hear "I have decided to follow Jesus," you are not just singing a hymn. You are echoing the death-defying testimony of a man who lost everything and still chose Christ. His name may be forgotten by history, but his legacy lives on wherever that song is sung. In a world where compromise is easy and courage is rare, his story still speaks. Faith is not proven by how we live when it's easy, but by what we choose when everything is at stake. He chose Jesus, and his fire is still burning. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them. Let their fire ignite your faith.